Welcome back. It's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerantz. Thanks for joining us again. Our guest is Heidi Hamilton. You surely know her voice. She was on 97.1 KBC. Now you can hear her and see her on HeidiandFrank.com. So talented, if I may say.
Oh, thank you.
If I may say. We'll talk about that in a second. I want to talk about one of your passions, mine too, and that's the love of animals and specifically dogs.
Yeah, I have 4 dogs.
Just 4.
Just 4.
Yeah.
Well, actually, 2 of the dogs are little Yorkies, so they're like 5 pounds each.
My
so
parents, my
one
mother,
dog,
yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Two,
Half
if
equals
math
one.
serves, it's
Right.
one dog. But yeah, 4 dogs, and just rescued 2 little kittens. Wasn't really looking for any more animals, but it's sort of like when they fall into your lap like that, how do you say no? And they were 9 ounces, and
But I want to talk about a specific area of dog care
Yeah.
because it's something you're passionate about, and that's cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, the reality is animals get cancer,
Awful.
and it's really hard to get a sense as to what's going on. I don't know if you know our makeup artist who you just met. Her dog looks like it has cancer.
Really?
What do you do? I mean,
Well,
and you've been involved in this issue for quite some time with the Animal Cancer Foundation.
Well, it's interesting. I got involved with the Animal Cancer Foundation. A friend of mine had called and said, "Oh, I'm doing this canine cancer walk in Long Beach." And she said, and she knows that I do a lot of stuff with animal charities, and she said, "Would you be interested in doing it?" And I said, "No, who's it for?" And she says, "The Animal Cancer Foundation." I said, "She's go online and look it up and read about them and let me know if you want to do it." And as soon as I read about what they do, I called her immediately and I said, I'll be there early.
Right.
And the thing that's so sad about animals is that there's no way that they can tell you, my stomach hurts, this is going on, that's going on. I lost 2 dogs to cancer, and I am happy to say that my current dog, one of my current dogs, Beaumont, just recently had cancer surgery. And thanks to people at this foundation, what they do is they raise money so that they can give researchers grants to study, so that when I come to them, somebody like me and says, they said that there's nothing that they can do, nothing can be done for him.
But that's not true.
That's not true, because then they have oncology specialists through the foundation that will call me and say, no, that's not true. There can be things.
But is it cost effective? Because so often people will just throw up their hands and say it's not worth the risk, it's not worth the expense.
And you understand that. I mean, especially if I have 5 or 6 animals, it gets expensive.
Right.
But with the foundation, a lot of times, because they want to try to figure out what works and what doesn't work, they can get you in a free clinical trial, which a friend of mine just did, and her dog is now 2 years living cancer-free because of clinical trials through the foundation.
It may sound a little goofy, but there is an organization that helped you with this cancer walk called Veterinary Pet Insurance. I mean, look, my 2 cats are like my children. I have 2 human
I love
children.
that about you too.
It's
I
true.
love that.
And so, you know.
And thank goodness for VPI, and they sponsored this walk, and you should definitely get pet insurance. So
are there, I don't know if you know this, but are there signs that an animal, a pet, is afflicted with cancer? Is there something you can look for?
Well, I think a lot of times, I know in the case of my one dog, they will tell you everything by what they will and won't eat. Now, sometimes, you know, you have a dog who's maybe finicky, but there's a difference. When a dog is not eating, he's telling you
something's up.
Something's wrong with me. So go ask somebody, you know, what can be done. And I think that's the biggest sign. And what I also learned with my dog Beaumont is that, and I learned this through the Animal Cancer Foundation, is that he needs to wear sunscreen. I didn't even know that. That if you have
who would have thunk?
I know, if you have a light-colored dog with like pink, if you can see the pink skin underneath, and you take him out, I run with my dog, and I was never putting sunscreen on him.
I never would ever have thought of that.
Yeah,
ever.
and so if you ever have a question, I mean, this website, the acfoundation.org.
We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, it's all the information is there of what to look for or who to contact. If you've been told there's nothing that can be done, call them.
In our final moments, there's another website we should sign on to. It is Heidi.
HeidiandFrank.com, yeah.
10 to 12 a.m. or
10 a.m. to noon.
To noon.
Right, every single day, Monday through Friday.
And you can podcast as well.
Podcast, you can watch us, the whole thing.
Heidi, you're great. Thanks for
you,
joining us. I'm Brad. Back to HLN.
Welcome to the Rose Bowl. The team's taking the field. Not many people. Oh, my. He missed. Off to a rough start here. Somebody wants to go home. What's he doing?
If you're not watching college football in HD, you're watching Pee Wee TV. Graduate to Charter TV in HD and let it all in.